This is a special episode of the Be Mighty Mom podcast talking all about back to school. Back to school season hits differently when you're raising an autistic child or a child with medical needs, or honestly, any child who thrives on routine. For a lot of families, it's not just about buying the crayons and new sneakers. It's about the emotional load, preparing your child, preparing the teacher, and preparing yourself for everything that might come. The truth is, for many of us, the start of school can feel like running an emotional triathlon. There's excitement, worry, hope, dread, and sometimes grief, all packed into a single drop-off line. So today, I want to slow everything down and give you something practical and grounding. We're going to walk through 3 layers of preparation. 1, how to prepare your child with step-by-step tools that actually work. 2, how to prepare the teacher because partnership makes the difference. And 3, how to prepare yourself both emotionally and logistically. I also put together something free, a Canva template made just for you so you can drop in all of your child's information, print it out, and hand it to the teacher. But if you're listening in the car, maybe just breathe and let the words wash over you. If you're on a walk, this is your hand-holding moment. You're not doing this alone. Welcome to the Be Mighty Mom podcast. I'm your host, Ash, mom to an autistic child with a rare disease, boundary setter, and your voice of fierce, honest truth. This isn't just support, it's a movement where we ditch the fluff, get honest about autism and rare disease, and what it really takes to advocate for our kids, especially with family. Let's start with why this season feels so heavy, because it's not just you. Research tells us that parents of neurodivergent kids report some of their highest stress levels during back-to-school season. It's not just the logistics of new routines, it's the paperwork, the emails, the unknowns, the fear of whether the teacher will really see your child. At the same time, studies show that simple tools like visual schedules, social stories, and predictable routines make a huge difference in lowering anxiety and helping autistic children succeed in transitions. So what does that mean for us? It means this is a 3-way job: preparing the child, preparing the teacher, and preparing ourselves. If any one of those pieces gets left behind, everything feels harder than it needs to be. Let's start with the kids. Ease into the routines. One of the best things you can do is start early and start small. If school starts at 8 a.m., but your summer wake up has been more like 9:30, don't flip the switch overnight. Move bedtime and wake up time 15 minutes earlier every few days. Small steps feel doable, right? And then do a practice run. Pick a calm weekend morning and walk through the whole routine. Wake up, get dressed, breakfast, backpack. No rush, no stress, just practice. Like a dress rehearsal. Kids do better when the unknown becomes visible. A simple visual schedule: wake up, eat breakfast, brush teeth, backpack, get in the car, can lower anxiety more than 100 pep talks. So if your child likes stories, create a social story about the first day of school. Explain what will happen in short, clear sentences with pictures if you can. Something like, in the morning, I will put on my backpack. We will drive to school. I will meet my teacher. My classroom has desks and books. At the end of the day, I will go home. If your child uses AAC or a communication app, program these steps in so the routine feels familiar. Another huge thing you can do is visit the school. If possible, schedule at least one visit before the first day. Walk the halls, peek in the classroom, try out the cubby, and find the bathroom. Take pictures while you're there, then use those in your child's visual schedule or social story. If your child gets overwhelmed by crowds, ask the school if you can do a quiet visit before other students arrive. Another thing you can do is create a sensory toolkit. Think of this as your child's backpack of calm. Inside can have noise-reducing headphones, a chewable or oral sensory tool if your child uses one, a small fidget that won't roll away if the school allows it. Make sure you talk to your teachers and your staff about IEPs, a pencil grip or textured sleeve, and maybe a little note from you tucked in a Ziploc bag just to remind them they're safe and loved, and at the end of the day, they get to come home. Practice using each of these tools at home first. That way, they're not new or overwhelming on the first day. Role play sounds fancy, but it can be as simple as, let's pretend it's time to line up. Or, what can you say if you feel overwhelmed? Keep it short, keep it light. Celebrate every little success. The point isn't perfection. It's helping them feel less thrown off when those moments happen at school, and it reduces your stress level thinking about them at school. Now let's talk about the teachers. This part is so important. Teachers genuinely want to help your child succeed. The good teachers do, right? But they can't know what they don't know. You are your child's best translator. I made a free Canva template so you can grab and fill it out. It's one page, simple, clear, and teachers will love it. It includes triggers and sensitivities to sensory, what calms your child down, strengths and interests, communication needs, and a couple of quick things that work. Keep it positive and solution focused instead of he melts down when it's too loud. You can write when it's too loud, give him headphones and a quiet corner. Helps him reset in 5 minutes. If you've created a visual schedule or a social story, bring it to the teacher. Walk them through it. Teachers don't always get training in these supports, so seeing it in action can help them carry it forward. And tell them what lights up your child. Maybe it's puzzles. Maybe it's drawing. Maybe it's trains. Teachers need to see your child as more than a list of needs. They need to see the whole vibrant person. Decide how you want to be updated. A short weekly email, a text if something urgent comes up. Offer it to make it easy. Even giving them a 2-line template can save time and reduce your own anxiety. This is important. Ask about a safe space your child can go if things get too overwhelming. Who will help them? How will it be documented? This doesn't need to be complicated, but having a plan makes all the difference. If you're raising a sensory-seeking daredevil like me, then you need Outtree. Outtree is dedicated to crafting sensory toys that combine comfort and play to help our kids find calm, focus, and joy. From snuggly swings to stretchy body socks that let them explore movement safely, Outtree supports self-regulation in the most natural, imaginative way. Visit Outtree.com and use code BeMightyMom in all caps for 15% off. That's Outtree.com with code BeMightyMom in all caps for 15% off. Bring a safe place to play and explore into your home with Outtree. This last part is for you because your needs matter too. You can have the perfect checklist and the perfect visual schedule, but if your heart is in pieces, none of that will feel sustainable. Do a 1-page prep list. Forms signed, meds packed, emergency contacts updated, spare clothes in the back. It's okay to cry after drop off. It's okay to feel grateful for a quiet house. All of it is valid. Plan a lighter week for yourself the first week. Don't overschedule and try to give yourself some space. Have at least 2 people in your corner. 1 practical, someone who can pick up your child if needed, and 1 emotional, a friend or family member you can text when you need to vent. Every night, write down 1 little win. Maybe your child smiled in the car. Maybe they tolerated the bus. Maybe you got through the morning without a meltdown. Those tiny wins matter, and they rewire your brain to notice progress instead of just problems. Before we go, here is a simple checklist for you, so write this down if you're able or save it for later. 1, visual schedule printed and practice. 2, school visit completed or photos ready. 3, sensory toolkit packed. 4, about my child sheet shared with the teacher. 5, communication plan agreed on. 6, parent support circle set. That's it. You don't have to do everything. Just start with these basics. And if school has already started, it's never too late to be more prepared. And please remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Transitions are messy. There will be hiccups, but steady, thoughtful preparation will beat last-minute panic every single time. So let's end with a breath together. You're not doing this alone. Thanks for being here today. And don't forget the free About My Child template is linked in the show notes. That one sheet can make all the difference for your child's teacher. I'll see you on Tuesday. Until then, stay mighty. Bye.